Hi, I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us on today's video. What we have here, we're going to walk around for a minute. This is one awesome car. You know, it's that great looking body style with the classic look, but what we call pro touring pieces added to it. And as I show you each and one of these things, I don't know, I get a little excited about it, especially this car here, because first off, I love the look of these cars. You know, people call them some screaming chickens or whatever like that. This is style, it's a cool era, and it's become very popular. And they've become the hottest collectible cars right now are these Trans Ams throughout the 70s. So let's take a look and see some of the stuff. I want to show you something that's pretty cool. We just ordered these and put them on. These are the 17-inch version of the Snowflake wheel made by Year One. Well, I don't know if they're made by Year One, but anyway, they're sold through Year One. Brand new set of Goodyears, Eagles all the way around, F1s, not a cheap set of tires. The paint on this car, spectacular. For instance, like this. Come on over here and check this out. I mean, this right here is super crystal clear. You can see the letters in detail. You can see what time it is, okay? You guys are looking on the internet at these cars. You need to be able to see a clarity. You need to see what kind of camera the person's using. You need to be able to see the leaves clearly or the car next to it, the reflection of it. What does the badge say in the paint of this car? Because that's a car that has great shiny paint. Pictures can hide a lot of detail that you're not going to be happy with when you get it there. The video doesn't hide that. All right, let's keep rolling around for a minute. Awesome front end, especially this year on these models. I think it looks great. Okay, this has this cool feature, and I'll show it to you. See how it has no front tag bracket? There's a front tag bracket here that's motorized. It actually flips down. So if you had, if you had to be someplace in front of maybe the man, right? You can flip that down, make sure the tag's there, and to be cool and back in the game, flip it right back up. All right, more Trans Am styling features. This one here, updated hood scoop, okay? Not the stock hood scoop from the earlier 70s vintage ones, and just in case you forgot what you were driving, it reminds you of it all the time. This is really a nicely done body on this car. You got the front and rear speakers. We got a killer sound system. Here's the Eclipse speakers through here, and I'll show you the rest of the sound system in just a minute. But as you walk around, it's just got the spoilers, it's got those great taillights, the callouts. It's got some super other sneaky little things. For instance, it has exhaust cutouts. They're electric, all right? So you're riding along, there's a hidden switch on the side of the console there. You pull the switch up, opens the exhaust out the sides, dumps it out, wide open, and it sounds great, all right? And then if somebody's looking around that you might get in trouble, you just go ahead and flip the switch back, close everything up, and it's nice and just a performance sound instead of wide open exhaust. Okay, let's take a peek under the hood for a minute, because this is no ordinary 400 here. This is a well-built dynoed 400, making over 400 horsepower. So it's a real 6.6 liter Pontiac motor, color matched pulleys, air conditioning. Look at the size of the radiator here. Huge aluminum radiator. And again, those are one of my things that I hate, is I hate the idea of overheating in traffic, or I'm going to a car show or a cruise or whatever. The car has to idle during the day and it ends up throwing up all over the pavement and it won't start. This are the things that keep you from doing that. But on the flip side of here, check this out. Look at this shroud. It's a custom made fan shroud to seal this here so the dual fans can pull all the air out. This stuff here is not protected from getting the air. So this way it gets all of the air and gets it out and gets it out of there and gets this car nice and cool. Check out the painted inner fender wells, the painted master cylinder, painted booster. Look at the polished intake the way it is. It's got this raw kind of aluminum look here and the matching valve covers to go with it. These pieces here, fender supports, core support, tie in to give you the rest of that look. New gaskets and seals, stainless steel fasteners. Like, look at these fasteners here. These are not bolts and cheap things, okay? Allen head fasteners. You know, part of the styling of these cars too is this finish in here. Great bumper, the spoiler looks awesome. Just the hidden key. This also has a locking gas cap. I mean, so many details are hidden in this car. You know, I haven't talked anything about the adjustable suspension yet, the Posi unit. We'll look at that too. All right, so check the trunk out. Look how beautifully, first off, it's masked off and painted, the splatter coating, okay? This splatter coating here feels, first off, it's been clear coated, so it's got that nice texture to it, but it's shiny and it'll keep it from rusting. Check out the Eclipse sound system with the amps, crossovers, and pieces in here, okay? Got a fire extinguisher in there, just in case. But all this stuff's nicely painted and detailed. Look at the stainless fasteners. Like, this is what you're paying for. You say, well, what's the big deal about a stainless fastener? You're absolutely right. But just keep in mind, this stainless fastener right here could be $1 or $2. And let's say there's, 100 of them. Is that another couple $100? Okay, so what's a couple $100? Right, well, it's a couple $100 here. It's $2,500 worth of stereo there. It's $2,000 worth of wheels and tires. It's $900 worth of adjustable coilover shocks. And it keeps going and going and going. And that's how you end up spending, 50 grand building one of these cars. Listen to that, man. That sounds really nice. Okay, while we're back here, let's take a quick peek right here. This is what I wanted you to see. Check out the suspension in this car. Look at the size of that sway bar. It's like the size of someone's leg. The exhaust system, polished. Not just a Flowmaster exhaust system, MagnaFlow, polished, stainless. Look how big those things are. The pipes dump out the side here. Look at them, man. They're like elephant legs hanging out. Painted all the way to here. Gas tanks painted, leaf springs, Posi-traction. Even the bolts on the rear end cover, stainless. All right, so here's normal height of a regular Trans Am about here. Check this one out. Look how low this is compared to like this car here. It's been lowered a couple inches with the bigger 17-inch wheels and the big fat rubber. This thing handles so nicely. I mean, it rolls down the road, it handles nicely, and it's got a ton of power. So you can find yourself a way to wheel this thing. It is quite a handful. All right, let's take a peek inside. Little stuff like this when the footwell lighting lights up. You gotta love that wheel, how do you not, right? 160 mile an hour speedometer, 8,000 RPM tach, Kenwood sound system here with the amps, speakers, Eclipse rear speakers.
Some dangerous people have escaped from the asylum. The lost asylum and nightmares.
Really nice. The engine turn dash, so cool, so period correct. Looks to be leather seat covers, all new interior, headliner, door panels, dash. All right, don't forget you got these gauges here, obviously gas, but voltmeter, water temperature, even trans temperature. So the engine's been built, the trans has been built, the rear end's been built, the full suspension on the car, the wheels and tires, the paint. I mean, you can see how it can easily continue to escalate, and that's why buying these cars when they're done like this is really the only way to go. All right, in closing up a video on this car, we've run over so many things, and on top of it, I'm gonna forget a few things. So we're talking about like a mirror finish Mayan red paint. The car's been lowered, the big wheels and tires, full suspension, air conditioning, the flip down front tag bracket, the painted engine compartment, killer sound system with Eclipse amps, crossovers, subwoofers, MB Quad speakers, whatever, the Kenwood sound. The exhaust system is all polished. I mean, it just adds up and up and up. It's just a really, really great car. This came from one of our collectors, Lance, who we got a great Lingenfelter Corvette from. It was awesome. And this one didn't disappoint either. Even like the color matched moldings on the car. Awesome car. I love driving this car. I know that you will too. Anyway, if you can find a way to get this in your life, call us 301-816-1000 and we'll tell you all about it. All right, see ya.